How do you make survival fun? I'm running a campaign that has the first session or two in a desert survival situation. So how do I make desert travel fun? I don't want to just keep track of resources and roll for random encounters. I'm trying to make it similar to video games I like, but I don't know how to incorporate that into D&D. Any suggestions or ideas? A survival style game of D&D, like many other things in life, always sounds like a great idea, but is never quite as easy as you think it's going to be. I've run a rather long survival adventure set on a mostly deserted island, and I had a lot of luck with some things and not much luck with others. What I found is that unless you have a very particular table, they aren't going to want a game like The Long Dark, where they have to micromanage their food, water, exhaustion, body temperature, and so on. I think most players would prefer a game that has the feeling of survival without all of the tedium. They're more likely to enjoy the tension and drama of a wilderness with danger around every corner than they are having to constantly do math to keep track of how much weight they're carrying. So unless you know your players want to play in the weeds, I would focus on establishing the atmosphere of survival. Impress on them the importance of food, water, and shelter, and then let them use their characters to problem solve. But then the second time they come up, don't dwell on them. Make them a simple dice roll, pass or fail, and then move on to more interesting things, like a long abandoned fiendish temple, or a tree that looks to be made of bone, or the twig that your players just heard snap right behind them.